Alright, hello my turtles, and welcome to another live streaming event with me, Foxfoot Crafts. Today we are doing Valentines, and we are sponsored by the Zone Collectibles and more. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I don't have my little card before. I did some cleaning in my craft room and don't know what happened to it, so maybe I'll make a new one. But we're gonna go ahead and hop right into it. So thank you again to the Zone for sponsoring our event today. If you are first time tuning in, our event is where I take requests for Valentines and I will sketch them out. You can request them in chat. I read the comments in the chat. There is a little bit of a delay, so if I don't read your request right away, be patient with me. But yeah, like I said, there is a little bit of a delay. And I try to read the questions and comments as they come in. I don't call people out as they join because I know that some people are, maybe somewhere where they can't have the volume on, or maybe they're just super shy. And so, everybody has a little bit of different stuff. So if you put a comment in the chat, I will read it. But I try not to call people out and be like, hey, how are you? Unless they specifically ask or say hello. So we have Olympus says hi. And so hi, Olympus. Yeah, so like I said, we're just getting right into it. For Valentine's Day. Oh my gosh. So I feel like it's been a hot minute since we have done a stream, or since I've heard from anyone. Might have even been last year for the gift tags, maybe, if I'm correct in that assumption. So I guess I need to say Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2024. I'm sure I'm still going to mess that up until halfway through the year. I know I was signing some paperwork and saw that a deadline had 2024 on it, and I was like, oh yeah, that's like next year. And then was like, oh no, I am currently in that year. So I have been busy, y'all. Just busy. Let's see, Olympus says, can you do one of Judy from Cyberpunk if you have time? I will put that on the list. Judy Cyberpunk. Got it. Gotcha on the list. So yeah, like I said, happy 2024. We have been busy here at the Foxfoot household with... I can't even tell you exactly what we've been busy with. A little bit of everything, I feel like. Which maybe isn't all that new for any of you who follow me. I feel like I've always got something going on. But it has been following the same path. Just busy. Between work, between pets, trying to get my garden ready for the winter, or not winter, trying to get from winter into spring, getting ready for there. So if that makes sense. So it is currently winter where I'm at. I am trying to get ready for the spring when the spring hits. Because I'm trying to stay on top of it. I'm trying to get my garden going early. I want to have a good year this year. My focus is going to be on cucumbers. Tine. That's focuses on cucumbers this year. I'm wanting to do my own pickles. I currently make my own pickles, and they are my partner's favorite pickles, but getting the cucumbers is the harder part, and I'm hoping to have a good garden this year with lots of cucumbers in them so I can make lots of pickles. So what that includes is I went through and mulched, and then I laid down some not drop cloths, but like old tarps and stuff. I got a soil sample done. I took some of my soil to I forget what it's called, extension office? That sounds right. I took some of my soil to the extension office, got a soil sample done so I could figure out what I need to do to amend my soil, as well as asking for advice, because last year our stuff didn't do very well, and I don't know if it's just because I wasn't around at the time, or what was going on, but this year I'm really focusing on it, and they've been wonderful. They've given me some tips and things I can do to amend my soil, like which percentage of fertilizers to add and things I can do to plant around to bring in more bees, and so it's been really helpful. I definitely support and I recommend all of y'all support your local extension office, because they're here to help. And they have been really kind, just answering all of my questions. So for this one, this is for one of my patrons. It cracks me up. This is Stephen the Crow, who is a little troublemaker in our D&D campaign. He's a little pyromaniac. We have set multiple things on fire using Stephen the Crow. We've recently entered a town, and we suspected that there was arson going on in the town, and our reference was to ask Stephen the Crow and be like, hey, does this look like arson in your expert opinion? So, I mean, and he's not like a magical crow or anything. He's just a crow. Like, he's just a little crow. But yeah, he is our point of reference. So we're like, does this look like arson? And our DM was like, roll a d6 to see how much he knows, and rocked out a 6 on a d6. And so it's like, Stephen knows that this is arson, and he tells you that by picking up a stick and striking it on the ground like he's lighting a little match. So I mean, he's great. I love him so much. And then I also just love that, his name is Stephen. So where I got Stephen in game, there were like all these magical birds, like owls and falcons and hawks and, like crazy mythical birds and stuff that all had really fancy names. And there was this crow that just happened to be at the register, and it was like, what's his name? And our DM was like, it's Stephen. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, Stephen. Stephen is the one that I wish to purchase. And I blew all my money on this little crow. So it's been fun. And let's see. So Sal says, OMG, arson, investigator crow for the win. Absolutely. Like it. Hold on. Let me write the words. I cannot write and speak at the same time. So give me a minute. Let's see. There we go. So it's like we're trying to get onto a boat and we're trying to distract the guards, and after like trying to lie to them and tell them all these things, we could not get the guards to believe us. And so finally we had Stephen go, and we used some flint and like started a small fire and then had him pick it up and drop it into like some liquor barrels by the liquor store and light a liquor store on fire. So it just, yeah, we get into all kinds of nonsense using Stephen. Very recently we were like, well, how are we going to get into here? And we spent so long, our poor DM, the brains in our operation was being interrogated, and like the rest of our party, they're quite dumb. They are dumb. They're so sweet and they mean so well, but they're so dumb. They definitely need the brain cells. They share the brain cell. And so after trying and coming up with all these terrible ideas, we ended up just like, oh yeah, let's start a fire. Mind you, this town, our intelligent mage user was arrested because they suspected that she had started the fire. And so here we were, our solution was to start another fire. And we were like, okay, well, we have some candles. We're going to light a candle and have Stephen drop it in this window. And luckily, our token human companion that we picked up, he was like, you know, you don't actually have to start a fire. You could just say that there was a fire. And we're like, Quinn, you genius. Like, yeah, they, we failed terribly. They're not buying it. We shall see how our campaign is going. We are not doing well, though. But fire seems to be our default. And then again, we're using the crow Stephen to do it, which is amazing, because then when it's like, I know what I saw, there was a crow, no one believes you. No one believes you, witness who is convinced that the crow started the fire. So, let's see. There we go. So the next one is Forcell, who's actually in the chat, one of my patrons, and requested daffodils, and I very specifically wanted to say that daffodils are my favorite flower. I have a lot of fond memories of digging them up, like poaching daffodils, I guess you would say, of where we would see them on the side of the road and dig them up, dig up the bulbs and take them home. So yeah, big fan of some daffodils. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Did not mean to just blow y'all's ears out with some sneezes. And then I feel like I need a little guy enjoying the daffodils. You know what? Let's go with a little dragon. It's you're the dragon. Why not? Let's do a little dragon. Now, gosh, let me think. What else? We have a lot of stuff that's going on this year. Got TigerCon. I've got all of the events I'm doing at the Zone. So like Star Wars Day, their anniversary, the food donation event, the local Heroes Against Hunger, lots of stuff that's going on this year. Like the year just started and I'm already like booking up my schedules. But it'll be a good year. We had planned on doing some family trips this year, but we're taking a break from that for just a few reasons. So taking a break from those things. Still have a couple small trips planned with some friends. But due to some stuff going on here at the house, we're kind of limited on how far we can travel and what we can do. Let's see. Nikki Fury says, such a cute message. Oh yes, for the "you set my heart on fire." It seemed fitting for Stephen the Crow. He's a little goober. And then Olympus asks, are you coming to CubCon? I have not heard anything about CubCon. I saw the announcement about TigerCon. I actually reached out to Brian. I have not heard anything back from him yet. I'm hoping that he's okay, and that he's just busy right now. But I don't know anything about CubCon. I don't know when it is or where it's at or who's gonna be there. I definitely, if you have information on it, I would be interested. Let me know, because like I said, my schedule is filling up quick. We've got our Pokemon Day this year, so we're going to be working on a venue for that. We've got some ideas in mind, some places that have kind of reached out and are like, hey, we definitely would want to work with y'all and do something for Pokemon Day. Then there is, of course, Batman Day and the Halloween Spooktacular event. I think the local college is going to be doing a convention. I didn't get to go last year, but I'm interested in looking into it this year. And then I have a friend that we want to go to Salem together. And so again, the trips and the travel are a little bit more difficult, but we're going to try to see if we can make it work. So, and Olympus says, I'll get with him about it. I'd love to see you again. Ah, absolutely. Let's see. Oh, I missed. Cell says, aw, cute little dragon. It's perfect. Thank you. But yeah, Olympus, I definitely would enjoy getting to see you again. We had a lot of fun. And if CubCon is like ThunderCon, then yeah. Okay, the next one is for Nikki. It is the Orange Ranger. Now, I am not going to lie. I did not know that there's an Orange Ranger. If that kind of tells you how long I've been out of the Power Ranger game. I was a big Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan as a kid. I have since tried to go back and rewatch it and was not enjoying it. It didn't age well in my heart, and so I tried rewatching it and was like, no, I'm gonna let it stay here in my nostalgia childhood feelings, because trying to rewatch it was difficult. So some things, you know, you can admit that you liked them when you liked them, and then they just need to stay nostalgic. So I did not know that there was, in fact, an Orange Ranger now. And you know what? I need to pull up reference because I'm just going with Power Ranger right now, but the Orange Ranger looks a little different. Let's see. Oh my goodness, where do I find my email? Y'all are super patient with me because I am not the most tech savvy. No, see, I was doing the little triangles and that's a Power Ranger thing. Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. They're all Power Rangers, right? Okay, so she's got kind of the thing that the White Ranger had. And then it looks like that. Okay, gotcha. And let's see. And Cell says you gotta get into the Japanese Power Rangers. They get silly and wild. You know, that doesn't surprise me. I do love some silly, wild shenanigans. I mean, who doesn't? You know, it's just kind of like, well, do you want to do something boring or do you want silly shenanigans? You know. And then I have recently, so there is a game that we purchased and it's called Freelancer. My partner was real curious to try it out. We had our friends play it with us and we all love it. I love it especially because it is like top secret D&D. Like you pick a character and a class and a race and a little storytelling, and it is absolutely D&D. What does her helmet look like? Is she a tiger? She looks kind of like a tiger. And so it's like subtle D&D, and I love it. And so then all of our friends are like, oh my gosh, we love it. It's so much fun. We're like, well, I'm like, hey. Y'all don't realize that you're secretly playing D&D, and trying to get them more into it because maybe one day they will want to play D&D. My partner definitely has trouble with like visualizing stuff and then staying stationary. Their ADHD kicks their butt on that, but this is kind of like a gateway. So if you're someone who's interested in D&D but you're unsure, Freelancer is really good because it kind of puts that like baby steps out there. We've enjoyed it so far. We're gonna play it with our other friends soon, and we're excited to share it with them as well. Again, it's very fun. I recommend it. More wild shenanigans, as we were just saying. Alright, let's go with black here. Now, like I said, I was a huge Mighty Morphin Power Ranger kid. I had the action figures with the flip heads that would like get stuck halfway through. I had the little minifigures that are pretty expensive now. I was huge. I was big into it. It came on super early in the morning before the school bus, and so I would record it on VHS and like watch some of it. And funny enough, my mom recorded it for me too. It's one of the really sweet things that she did. And so she would record it for me and let me sleep in a little bit more before the bus came. And yeah, so it's got some good feels for me, but it needs to stay in my nostalgia bits. Let's see, Sal says, Who is your favorite ranger? Okay, so I feel like any is just a trait of mine. I actually asked my partner this the other day. I was like, how come I can't just ever give a simple answer? Like, I've always got to have like a disclaimer. Like, if you're reading a book on me, there's always a little asterisk that you have to like go down to the bottom of the page and read a whole nother page on my answer, because I can't just be chill about anything. So just any of them, the Green Ranger. I loved that he was evil at first, like that. Yeah, loved him. Super badass as the White Ranger, but I liked him more as the Green Ranger. I liked him being evil. But as a kid, I was convinced that I was going to marry the Blue Ranger. And I was like, yeah, that's my husband. Like, at a very young age, somehow I had already like gotten into the self-inserts of where I'm like, yep, that's my husband, the Blue Ranger. But then at Halloween, when we would dress up, you know, I have a large family. And so with many siblings, a lot of the Rangers get picked. And so my older sister picked the Pink Ranger. And of course, at the time, it was like, well, you can't dress as a boy ranger. And so I was the Yellow Ranger. And so I had the Yellow Ranger costume. And so because of that, I was like, well, I do have a soft spot for the Yellow Ranger. But yeah, you know, and then as I got older, I was like, well, pink is pretty badass. But yeah, so it, again, I wish I could say just a simple, and so I guess the simplest answer would be, oh, the Green Ranger. Like, I could just say that and be done with it. But I was the Yellow Ranger, and I was going to marry the Blue Ranger. Yeah, so kind of a weird... Again, no chill with anything. I've always got to just have like, well, there's this and this and this. And I think we talked about this around Christmas, of where it was like, well, what's your favorite cookie? And I can't just say gingerbread, or I can't just say peanut butter. I've got to be like, well, gingerbread when it's made by my friend. Or peanut butter cookies. No, I would say peanut butter cookies are by default maybe my favorite cookie, but I would take my friend's peanut butter cookies any day over any peanut butter cookies that I've ever had. Whereas, I mean, again, just weird things that no chill about any of it. I've always got to have some like really specific nonsense, like, oh, what's your favorite color? And so gray is my favorite color, but if I have the option of like a really bright blue, but not just any blue, again, like, why can't I just be chill and have a chill answer? Gotta make everything so complicated. Throwing the markers everywhere. Alright, and I got some spot right here. Dark gray. There we go. She is a tiger! Okay! That was, okay, and so the other thing is, like, my heart did kind of go to the White Ranger as well, because it was like, I loved white tigers. I was a big cat person. Like, I hyper-focused on cats a lot. And so, him being, you know, him having the white tiger, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. Just, yeah, it is what it is. And I mean, again, you can't beat it. He really was really cool. And then Vic Morrow just popped in and asked, is it goober time? I don't know, because I'm not a goober. I don't know who told you that nonsense, but that's not me. I am not a goober. 'Tis you who is the goober. So I guess it is goober time, because you've joined. You goober. And Cell says, it's not lack of chill, it's attention to detail. That's such a nicer way of saying it, because I'm like, I can't just have a chill answer about anything. You know, oh, what's your favorite food? Oh, well, it's pickles, but only if they're sour pickles. And I guess that doesn't count as a food, does it? So then food, it would be pierogi. And no chill. No chill about anything. All right, what are we going to put for a little witty? Let's see. My brain, because she seems like a tiger, wants to be like, you're the cat's meow, Valentine. You know what? We're doing it. Yeah, we're going with cat's meow. Yeah. And then Big Mario says, touche. Exactly. Touche. Because I'm not the goober. Alright. Next one on my list. I guess I should be checking these off. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Zoop. Alright. You know what? We will go ahead. And pull up Judy. Because I don't even know if I encountered Judy in Cyberpunk. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. Alright. Yeah, I think we mentioned this before too. Like, I have so many video games that I need to finish, and I want to finish, I just, dang if I don't have time. Busy, 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 y'all. Let's see. Looks like Judy's hair is green and purple. So, do I have a green that is easily accessible? Like I said, I rearranged and cleaned up my craft room, so everything is a little all over the place. But other than that, taking care of the farm critters. Oh my gosh, speaking of farm critters, I'm about to go off on a whole different tangent here. The My Little Pony infected AUs that are going on. I need y'all to chill out with that, because that is right up my alley and y'all need to chill. For anyone who does not know, for a while there, I was deep in the My Little Pony community. I drew a lot. That was pretty much all that I drew. That was like my money maker. Was My Little Pony and My Little Pony fan art, and I did custom My Little Ponies. I made a lot of them. I own a lot of them. Yeah, so when G4 finished up, I was kind of done. I wasn't real interested in G5. I did give it a chance. I tried watching the movie. It was okay. You know, I wish they wouldn't. I wish they wouldn't do away with dad ponies. Like, we deserve some cute dad ponies out there. But it just wasn't my cup of tea. And that's okay. Like, I'm very excited that the new generations get to experience My Little Pony. But wasn't for me, so I was like, okay, this is fine. And so I passed on to other stuff. And now y'all are coming back here and taking over and putting My Little Pony infected AUs with different zombie and fungal infections. It very much gives like Last of Us meets My Little Pony. And it, from what I've noticed, is specifically most people do the Friendship is Magic. But I have started to see where people are branching into like G3 and a couple G1. And my heart is just like, chill. I don't need to get sucked back into this fandom again. I have so much that I'm trying to do. I don't need y'all giving me more ponies to draw again. Like, that's all I drew for so long. Were ponies. And now y'all are coming at me with more cute, creepy, I mean, it's right up my alley. I have a pony OC that is based off of Fluttershy, but she's like an undead version, Flutter Die, and it just, again, I'm like, this is right up there. This is right up there up my alley. Exactly what I have been leaving behind, and I'm loving it though. I sit here and I'm saying y'all need to chill, but I am loving it. I'm loving the fan art. There's like one creepy audio that they use for all of it, and it's perfect. Like, it's so good. I'm really, really enjoying it, and I can feel it. I can feel that I'm gonna get sucked into it. I don't have that time right now, y'all. So chill. But keep making that art, because I definitely want to see y'all's art and see creepy My Little Ponies. Like, she's got her little... Oh, that blue is entirely too dark. Yeah, that's a better blue. Another thing that has been on my radar, there is apparently a coffee shop here in town called Espresso 41 that is doing little makers markets, and so I'm thinking about going to some of those. Yeah, busy. I know that there's more that I should be able to tell y'all, and I just can't. My brother came and visited. I went up and visited my mom and made them homemade ramen. It's just been busy times. I feel like January flew by. And I mean, it like February just snuck up on me. Vic Morrow says, yo, she's cool. Is that a self-portrait? Right, you would think with all the crazy wigs and stuff that I own. No, she is Judy from Cyberpunk. So let's see. What's something a little witty? I'm seeing something that says her hair is green and pink. So we'll do some pink into there. The picture I was looking at, her hair looked dark purple, but I just scrolled down and it says pink and green hair. So well, it also says that her eyes are brown. Totally okay. There we go. They'll be hazel. let's see. Something witty. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put Be My Valentine. Anyone with a witty little cyberpunk wording for it? I've got nothing. I don't know. A little robot pun. You know what? We're gonna go. My heart says go to like old Leet talk and be like, you are great with the letter 8. There you go. That's what we're doing. So. Nice. All right. Go ahead and do some Fraggles because Miss Kim at the Zone likes Fraggles. That's her jam. Let's see. Fraggles. They're like Kermit. They're like Kermit with hair. Right? Yeah. I should probably pull up a reference because I'm drawing Kermit with hair and then I'm like, are they? I feel I've drawn Fraggles before. I can't even tell you. They're orange and yellow, and my brain is just like, yeah, orange and yellow Kermit. That's a Fraggle. So I was not a Fraggle Rocks kid. I don't know. I apparently watched like Eureka's Castle, and stuff like that. But for some reason, Fraggle Rock just wasn't one that made it into my childhood lineup. And I'm trying, oh my gosh, my internet, y'all. I'm trying to pull up a Fraggle. F-R-A-G-G-L-E. Fraggle Rock. Okay. Let's look at a Fraggle. See, I knew it. I was pretty spot on. A little yellow Kermit. Man, I was doing well. All right. I did have an orange. Okay. I knew it. I'm telling you, it's just Kermit with a little wig. Like, don't look at the side stuff, just look at that little face. That's Kermit. Like, y'all can't tell me that that's not Kermit. I feel like Jim Henson was using some of the same patterns and just editing them as he needed. Nothing wrong with that. She's got like little bows, right? Yeah. Gosh, I love pigtails on characters. They're super cute. I have very, very thin hair, and so I cannot do pigtails. So I am very biased. Like, my hair is thin and choppy and yep. Doesn't like to do what it's told. Now, I had a pink marker, and I don't know where that pink marker went. Let's see, Vic Morrow says, "You make my heart Gobo Boober." Is that from Fraggle Rock, Gobo Boober? Or is that a typo? I find that a lot of stuff, I'm like, oh, this must just be a typo. No, it's actually how something is pronounced, or something reads. So. And we'll go with a lighter orange for her hair. That is not a lighter orange. You have lied to me, marker. This is why when you do a big piece of art, you should always do color swatching. Because inevitably, you'll go to use it, and it won't be the right color. That's okay. We will make it work. Vic Morrow says, I had to Google it. There's Fraggles, Gobo, and Boober. Oh my gosh, okay. And Vic Morrow says, I watched Fraggles when I was a kid, but I don't remember much. I feel like it was vaguely in my vicinity, but it wasn't one that I remember watching a lot. Other shows that I really liked as a kid, I mentioned Eureka Castle, Maya the Bee, which I remember when I first got internet access, I was trying to look it up and nowhere. Now mind you, this was back in the days, like before Google and when you had like GeoCities and stuff, and I was trying to find Maya the Bee and no one knew what I was talking about. I'm sure if I looked it up now I'd be able to find it. But there was Maya the Bee, David the Gnome. Those were the ones that and Barney. I mean, I was a big Barney fan when I was really, really young. Which is funny because now I'm like, I should get a Barney tattoo. Like, you know, that was kind of my jam. Barney was a cool dude. Like, poor dinosaur. Just a bunch of kids get left after school, waiting for their parents to pick them up, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna take care of y'all. And I remember like when I was little, we couldn't afford a Barney stuffed animal, and so my parents got a knockoff, and I knew it wasn't Barney. Like, I was looking at it and I'm like, this is not Barney. And so their solution to it was to tell me, no, this is Jurassic Barney. And for some reason, my brain was just like, oh yeah, of course, headcanon accepted. Jurassic Barney is a legit thing. And then in the movie We're Back with the dinosaurs, you know, when they take the brain drain and they go from being like the cutesy cartoony to the really cool looking realistic dinosaurs, I remember being like, oh yeah, that's Jurassic Barney, obviously. So a little bit of hindsight there. I did eventually, like, my mom, God love her, again, she saved up and bought me an official Barney the dinosaur doll, and so I had Barney, and then I had Jurassic Barney. And it was pretty awesome. Let's see. OMG, a streamer I watched just went on a huge Maya craze. Nice! She watched all the different intros from different countries and screened it and rated them. I didn't even think about different intros in different countries. Oh my gosh. Okay. Be my Valentine. We're gonna keep it simple. Because I still don't think I asked if, I think you said Booba and Goober were, or Gooba, you know what, yeah, I think you were saying that those are their names, not that that's what I should put. Oh gosh, I just saw the time. So I gotta hurry, because we got a few more to get through. Next up is Ned Flanders. Oh my gosh. Okay, Ned Flanders. I don't know if I've ever drawn a Simpsons character. Which is kind of funny because I feel like they're pretty popular characters, and how could I not? Okay, Ned Flanders, I'm gonna draw you out here, guy. We are gonna put Ned Flanders in a big, silly heart bow tie. And a little heart clip. Because we can. Because it just feels right. And let's see, Vic Morrow says, well, yeah, those were the Fraggle names. Okay, that's what I thought, but then I was like, wait, was that the, like, witty phrase I was supposed to put? No. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get through everybody. Oh, almost forgot that he's wearing glasses. Alright, little marker, I think you're on your way out, hun. Geo says, Fox! Hello, Geo! How are you, my dear? Happy New Year! Geo says, how are you? I am doing well. I realized that I got a little distracted and wasn't drawing as quick as I normally do, so I am trying to make sure I get these guys done. How have you been? Overall, things have been good. I don't think I answered your question. Things have been overall good on my end. Busy, but good. I can't complain. I've even got my cute sweater that's matching color theme for today. Yellow. That's right. The Simpsons are yellow. Right? Ned's yellow. Oh my gosh. It's been a while since I've watched The Simpsons. I do remember that he says, like, okily dokily, which I don't know how to spell, but for time's sake, I'm going to leave it blank, and I'm going to add the words afterwards, because I want to try to get these others done. Gio says, summer is not a great time for tattooers here in Brazil. People want to celebrate Carnival, but hey, I'm doing fine. Oh my gosh, yeah, I never thought about like summer being an off time for tattooers, which is funny because I would have thought like winter is an off time for tattooers, but I guess it makes sense for summer. I definitely, like, I remember telling my tattoo artist, I was like, hey, I'm gonna wait since I'm sure the wintertime is busy for you. I don't want to overwhelm you. And now I'm wondering, you know, like, would my tattoo artist have appreciated wintertime business, or were they okay? Now I have to, after this chat, I might reach out to my tattoo artist and check in and be like, hey, how are you? Which maybe I should be doing anyway. My tattoo artist is so sweet. I love them to death. Let's see. And Gio says, got a good printer, very nice. And that since winter here is okay, people prefer winter. We can cover on winter, summer is unbearable. I absolutely know what you mean. We get pretty warm, probably not as warm as y'all get, but we do get warm here in the summer. I did get told that when I got my soil sample. They were like, you know, with the temperatures that we had, it makes sense that you had a rough time with your garden last year. I was like, well, that makes me feel a little bit better. Let's see. Gio says, can I ask for a possum if you have time? Yes, absolutely. So let's see, possum. Let's draw us a little possum, nice and quick. All right. Now, myself, I am a huge fan of possums. I feel like they get a bad rap. Now, I can say with social media being what it is, they are getting a better rap. Like, people are definitely appreciating possums more, which is awesome. We love the possum support, but I know for a very long time it was like, possums are gross, like, people love raccoons but want to hate on possums, which is just so sad because there's way less that you can catch from a possum than you can a raccoon. And like a raccoon you can't trust, you know, with your wallet, whereas if you're at the bank and you need to run out to the car, you can like give a possum your wallet and be like, hey man, will you hold my place? And you know that that possum is gonna wait in line for you and hold your spot like a little trooper, and just when you come back they'll be like, here's your wallet. Whereas a raccoon, that raccoon, they might hold your wallet, but when you come back they're gonna be like, well, there was a $4 holding fee. So Gio says summer's been getting in the 55 to 60. Oof. That is not my light gray either. You know what? We're gonna do slightly blue tint. But yeah, I am loving the love that the possums are getting. Like when people post their possum rescue videos, and it's just like this massive horde of possums that are just chomp, 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 collectively eating together. Like, oh yeah, that's what I'm here for on the internet. Hey, phew! Ah, sorry about that. Big Mario says, I'm learning things. New possum lore drop. Oh, it's the truth. If you've ever been in the bank with a raccoon and a possum, I promise you, the possum will not take any of your money out of your wallet when you have to go back out to the car. My other favorite thing is like just how many teeth possums have. Most teeth out of any land mammal here in America, and just like that's their defense. Like when they see you and they're startled, they just show you all their teeth. Cute little black ears. Oh my gosh, I forgot that they look like they're wearing little fingerless gloves. Okay, so hold on. Because I was about to brag about them and be like, and they look like they're wearing... I didn't put the fingerless gloves. Yeah! What a cutie. Right on time. Perfect. So from there, I'm going to finish this up. And that is our 1 hour mark, y'all. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's see. Oh, and let's see. I missed some stuff. Gio says I have an opossum mug and button on my store. Heck yeah. When I open internationally, I'll send ya. You could even just send me a cute picture and be like, look at my cute stuff. Like, I'm always here to support fellow artists. And Vic Morrow says, perhaps they're just proud of their dental hygiene and showing them off. That, I like that too. I like that. So, for that, y'all, we have hit our 1 hour mark. Gosh, I feel like that flew by. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. If you missed the stream, I will also be sticking it up on YouTube so you can catch the recap over there. And because of the time delay, I'm gonna leave it up for just a minute or two. If you need your Valentine mailed to you, let me know. Otherwise, you can pick them up at the Zone locally. But as always, thank y'all for tuning in. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, however you celebrate. And I will see you later.